What about Anthony Davis?
See, Did you see that he has when the last time he shot a basketball was?
No.
Oh, I can do it on the pod. I'll get your live reaction.
Miami State. Yeah. April 5th.
Yeah.
Such a bum.
Honestly, all right. My hair's just gonna do what it's gonna do. So.
It's not very classy of you.
I know. Might have to get it done before our class starts. We're live, by the way. Just want to let you know.
Okay.
I can put it on on my Snapchat real quick.
Yeah, I'll put on Instagram and then I'm ready.
Sweet.
The Commanders thing you sent me is really uncomfortable.
I know that
I don't like
that
it.
should not be allowed.
Did you see the one with Tress Way?
Yeah, and he's like standing next to it.
The smirk.
Yeah, he's got the tiny little smirk.
Yeah, it's really strange.
The Sam Howell one's the worst one. It might be worse than the thumb in the mouth. The thumb in the mouth is pretty bad.
The thumb in the mouth is pretty bad.
Tressway looks like the
I
Don.
don't even know who that is.
What, the last guy?
Oh, that was
no,
the
that's
guy that
Jahan
they
Dotson.
drafted. Yeah, the thumb in the mouth.
Yeah, that's the guy from
The Dotson one is
Alabama.
cute.
All right, that's enough. We don't need that's enough. Dude, Tressway looks like the Don.
Yes, he does.
He looks exactly like the Don. All right. Did you check the audio by any chance? And then we can get started.
Let me unmute real quick. Yeah, we're good.
Sweet. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Let me pull up the stats from last night, actually.
Excited.
Am I excited? No, I'm not excited.
About the game.
I'm really not excited. But we have to talk about it, so here we go. All right. Ready?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
We are at
Hanging
the
in
point.
there?
We're at the point once again where the Boston Celtics season is over. It's happened about 3 times this season, but this one it seems like it's actually
encouraging, right? That it's like it's the same feeling again, and
yeah, and
you know,
again,
we've
and
had it
again,
back before.
and again.
So there's nothing different here, except for the fact that they've lost 2 in a row now.
All right. So I was gonna come in here a little more doom and gloom, like I was this morning and last night. And like after these losses, it's already like 11:30. I'm just like, all right, it looks like I'm just going to bed. I'm gonna send off a million tweets on Twitter and go to bed. And Twitter doesn't help at all. I look at it and it comes up with all the stats of how terrible they actually were in these games, and how they are these are all just self-inflicting wounds every time. And it drives me crazy.
The eye test could have told you that.
Well, the eye test does tell me that, but then I look back and look at the actual numbers, and it's way worse than even the eye test even gives you. So, this is the same story as Game 3, or Game 4. It's self-inflicting wounds, And there was some bad ref ball in this game, but I can't blame it on them. I can only blame it on them kind of shutting down the momentum, getting this young team loose and worried about the refs. And when this team gets worried about the refs, they stop actually playing basketball. They start worrying about what the Warriors are doing and what the refs are doing instead of what they're doing. And then they're throwing the ball to the other team. They're stepping out of bounds, having dumb foul calls, and just missing open shots and layups.
So how much blame are you putting on the refs? If we're gonna, let's give it a percentage. Okay.
A percentage. All right, I'll do a percentage. I
think 40% of the tweets were about the refs.
40% of the tweets were about the refs, but that's because I didn't want to live tweet every play. It would have been brutal.
It's in the moment too.
Yeah. In the moment, it's way worse. When you look at it, it's like you got to sit down and think about it. So I'm gonna give a solid 20% to the refs. Okay. I think that's fair. I think it's because, and I'm talking not like the series, not what the lead is, but just that game. I'll give it 20% ref ball. But I think a good championship team should be able to beat and overcome 20%. 20% is nothing.
I agree.
So, and the other problem is that they just can't play 4 quarters.
No,
they really can't.
Last night it was the whole first half that was.
Yeah, they didn't play a half.
39 points and a half is not good. They were lucky to only be down. What was it? It was 12 at halftime, right? And then all it took was one run to be right back in that game. But that was an ugly performance. That's
the thing. This defense, their offense is so horrific that their defense makes up for it with keeping them in these games. They had no business being in that game, that first half. They didn't. No business. They should have been down by 30.
But you could also say that the Warriors had no business being in that game when Curry had like the worst game of the playoffs.
That's true, and that's what really just been kicking me every time. I'm like, this is like we wasted the Curry game. That's not going to happen again. Curry's not going to go 0 for 9 again. He hasn't had a game without a 3 in 280 days. I think even more than that, but it was like since 2018 or something. So that's way more than that. I don't remember what the actual stat. Maybe it was 882 or something. I don't know. I got the numbers back still. But a long time without a 3. So that's not going to happen again. But they have these pests. These like Klay Thompson's a pest. Gary Payton's a pest. And then
they're a pest.
And then the biggest pest of them all, Andrew Michael Jordan Wiggins, just coming in and shooting 50%. And it felt like 50%.
Dunking on you at the end of the game.
Yeah.
What was up at the end of the game? They were playing like it was a 1-point game. Curry tried to steal an inbound pass at one point. It was actually kind of annoying.
So, I gotta admit, I didn't watch the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
This was like the last couple minutes. It was already like there was no chance.
No, it was decided well into the 4th just because of how they were playing. Like, and it's funny because you take out that 3rd quarter run, and the whole game's terrible. Like they don't play even close to a good game. I don't understand. I mean, I guess I do get it. You got to remember, Jason Tatum's 24, Jaylen Brown's 25, and what sucks is you have people like saying, "Oh, like they'll be back," or "They're like it's a bright future," but there's no guarantees. We're there now. Yeah. We're there now. We're not. This isn't LeBron James taking them to the championship 9 years in a row. That just doesn't happen normally. So
it's also an Eastern Conference where you have to go through Giannis, Embiid, and Butler and Durant every year.
Yeah, and we did it. Like we got it, and even with
Porzingis.
Yeah, and Porzingis, Porzingis and Beal. That team, I was God, the Wizards. All right, anyways.
My shirt on.
Goes Zards.
Never give up.
Speaking of never giving up, as you said at the beginning, backs against the wall. They've done it before. They won a game away in Milwaukee and a game at home in Milwaukee to close it out. They had to play Game 7 in Miami, so it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
No, I mean you have Game 6 at home. You're gonna be favorites. You should win. And then Game 7, anything happens.
Yeah.
So it's not the end of the world. This series was going to go 7 either way, I thought.
Yeah, you called this from the beginning.
Unless they lose.
Unless,
Game
yes,
6.
actually that's true. They could lose still in Game 6.
Sorry for. I'll give you a knock on wood there. So I'd like to see it go 7.
I think this is deserving of 7. It's been a good
Mhm.
series.
It actually it's been like one of the only actual good competitive series of the playoffs.
Yeah,
It's like a lot of the series we had were close series, but the individual games were all blowouts. This one, like, there hasn't really been a blowout. They've all been pretty good. I guess Game 2 was, but they've all been at least decent games.
yeah, they have all been good games because they've been good. And you're right until Game 2 was a blowout, and until the end of this game where I kind of knew it was over, they weren't coming back. But it's come down to the wire, pretty close in all these games, and I guess instead of also in Game 3 where the Warriors just couldn't do anything in the fourth quarter. But I don't see why it's so like I guess it's because they're so young and they're so inexperienced. And they don't have like Al Horford's that guy, the old head that's been there through 1,000 playoff games and stuff like that. But they don't play with like pace. When they push and they push, they do so much better than when they actually set up offense because they don't know how to set up offense.
Well, and they'll have a little stretch where it happened last night in the fourth quarter, where as soon as the Warriors started pulling away, like every possession was just a disaster. Like they'd either turn it over or huck up a bad shot that didn't even hit the rim, and it got pretty hard to watch.
They're a team that overcompensates for their mistakes. They make a mistake, and instead of putting their head down and just piling through, all they think about is, oh, I can't make the mistake again. I can't make the mistake again. And then it leads to them making more mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pain in the ass to watch. It's very stressful to watch because one bad thing happens and you're like, oh, this team's screwed for the next 10 minutes. 10 minutes, this team's gonna be stuck in this iso ball mode. Yeah. And I thought this was it. I thought this was gonna be the Tatum game, but he had 28, 6 rebounds. He stopped passing the ball well, didn't get a lot of assists, but also none of the other Celtics were hitting anything. Smart has been abysmal for the past 2 games. All their bench players, Grant Williams is unplayable basically. Pritchard sucks. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, what happened? Because they
I don't know.
They would have games where these guys would be like hitting clutch shots the whole game, and now all of a sudden, when it's really time to be clutch, they have all disappeared.
Including
Derek White also was.
Derek White, Al Horford really can't score. Like none of these guys can score anymore. I don't know why. It's not like the Warriors are playing this great, and they're playing good defense. I'll give them that, especially on Tatum and Brown. But to have just, like, you had 28, 17, 12. Those were the highest 3 scorers, and no one else got even close to double digits.
I think you got to get Neesmith in there.
I think we need to get the certified
Need a shooter.
Yeah, honestly.
Stick him in the corner. He'll be open.
He will be open. That's the thing. They're leaving Derek White open, and when you advertise to the whole crowd like, hey, I really don't want to take this shot, they're just gonna let you take the shot because it doesn't look like he's comfortable in any of his 3-pointers.
That's like what Draymond looks like.
Draymond, he's way worse. He looks abysmal.
He's way worse. He got a couple buckets last night though, and
he had a couple buckets early too. He was bringing the intensity, and that's the thing. Like, you gotta just be, instead of being like, oh, like these are fouls, like. And stop playing. Like, they do this all the time where they stop playing if they don't get the call. Tatum will just stay at the other end and not come back to defense. Or Smart will flop and then not get up when it's not called.
Well, he's so dramatic when he goes to the ground that it's like...
He can't get up. He doesn't have time.
He doesn't. It's such an aggressive, like, fall back and hit the ground as hard as you can. And then something else I noticed about the refereeing was there, like, a lot of plays like that where there's just no call at all. Like, is there no flop warning in the NBA?
Also,
is that just in college?
No, because Jordan Poole could flop. There's The Celtics can't get a goddamn shooting foul on a fucking layup to save their life, bro. It's been all playoff long. Tatum, and maybe it's because Tatum doesn't drop, like, he doesn't barrel into the guy, but every time he barrels into
He's
the
a
guy,
wuss.
it's an offensive foul. I feel bad for him. He can't, like, he puts up his elbows, it's offensive foul. But he gets a contact, offensive foul, but they could just slash the shit out of him and jump on him, and he can't do anything. I do think his layups have been terrible. Like, he can't make a layup to save his life. Neither can Brown. But they also get no calls. And that's the thing. They look for the calls, so they don't finish the layup. Like, finish the layup and then wait for the calls. But I don't know. That was my ref rant. That just got me fired up. But again, 20%.
80%'s a lot of room for improvement.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing.
You can control.
The refs didn't miss 10 free throws. They did. I mean, those 2 techs were pretty ridiculous. They gave him a tech for Jordan Poole flopping, and then our coach pointing.
There should never be techs in the finals.
Yeah, they really
like,
should. And speaking of which,
to, like, say some vulgar stuff about the ref's mother to get a tech.
There's no techs for Draymond. It doesn't make any sense. He literally just walks up to the Celtics bench and, like, starts yelling at him, and there's no freaking tech. The Tony brothers are the worst officiating crew I've ever seen. Because this has been, like, 3 games now where they've just had horrific calls on both sides.
Mm-hmm. So
that they should never ref an NBA game. Well,
I've just pulled up the stats quick. This has nothing to do with the refs, but
yeah.
Turnovers. Do you want to take a guess as to what the turnover
it's
differential
18.
was?
18 to what? 6?
6. So that's
that end.
One's tough.
That's what it's all like.
Tough to defend.
Every time you look at the games that they lose, their turnovers are 16 plus, 15 plus. It's bad. It's real bad. Yeah. Especially when Jaylen Brown just, like, he can't dribble. It'd be like, he's, like, dribbling up the court, and all of a sudden it's in a Warrior's hand.
He does. He really does struggle with that.
I don't know
it's like, they're not steals.
Celtics problems.
The ball just kind of, like, falls out of his hands.
Celtics problems. Dribbling, free throws, and layups. This is like a little league team. What is going on? Yes, this is like our rec ball team.
Can't dribble.
Can't dribble. Could barely pass. They can
throw the ball away every possession.
Yeah, they're good at passing. I just said they can't pass, but they are good at passing. They just love throwing the ball away, though.
I get excited sometimes.
Huh? They do. Like, I literally see Marcus Smart just like, ooh, and just like bounce past it out of bounds. He's like, oh, Brown's open for half a second. He lobs it up to, like, Horford and Grant Williams, like Robert Williams is in there. And then when Robert Williams is in there, he doesn't lob it up to him. Which, that has been abysmal why we can't get Robert Williams to cook against this defense. Everyone is smaller than him. Everybody. He can dunk on everyone on the court.
I mean, he's not really an offensive threat, though.
But why can't he be?
You gotta have some sort of skill down there.
I know, but, like, they have the lob passes they haven't been using. Then just, like, make him act like a threat.
I think you're sleeping on Looney. I think Looney holds down the fort.
But Looney's not out there all the time.
Yeah, I guess. And Draymond is still a good defender. I know he's a lot smaller, but
he's just like
for all the crap that we give him, he does play really good defense.
Yeah, I agree with that one. The only likable Warrior, I think, is Looney. I fucking hate all of them.
Don't like Curry?
Nah, not anymore.
Not anymore, I guess.
Not anymore.
That'll last forever too. You'll never like him.
Yeah, it's over. I had his shoes when I was younger. It's over. Burning those shoes if I still have them.
I will say I used to be the biggest Andrew Wiggins hater out there, and he
actually
this year.
Wiggins
so
isn't.
He's kind of
Wiggins. I'm not mad about too much, but
I used to think he was such a bum.
Yeah, he was such a bum. Now he's a rebound machine. Doesn't make any damn sense.
And just gets buckets like when they need it. It's like, oh, Wiggins is open.
I know.
It's money in the bank.
And it's like it's impressive too. He's like going around people and like doing like it's like he's back at Kansas. I'm like, what the hell?
Hmm.
Like, what is going on?
It's like everything that he was supposed to be is finally finally showing up in the finals.
yeah, at the worst possible time for the Celtics team.
Yeah. How old is he? I mean, because he
He's
was traded for Kevin Love, right?
he's traded for
He was
Kevin
the number
Love.
one pick.
No, I want to see. What is he? 26? I'm guessing.
It was
27.
All right, I guess that makes sense. That
Some of these
I
players
think
you
he'd
just
hit
got
his
to
peak a
realize.
little earlier.
Yeah,
But
some of these players you got to realize, like with the draft nowadays. I think I've said this before. NFL and NBA. It's like if you draft someone, it's like, oh, they have to be good now. It's like, dude, the kid's like 21. Or in basketball wise, it's like he's 18. Like, give him some chance.
Right.
I don't know. I still think the Celtics can win this. So that's gonna be how I'm gonna end it. I have 2 very frustrating losses. I hope that it's like if they lose at home, I'm just gonna be pissed. I'll never like the Warriors ever again. Actually, if they lose in 7, like, all right, I'll be like, sure, like I'm still gonna be mad, but I'm not gonna hate them forever. I'll never like the Warriors again if they win in Boston.
yeah, that's fair. The best thing about a series like this, though, is that you have a game like that, but then it's like, okay, we play again tomorrow, or is it Thursday this time?
This is when the breaks are killing me.
Yeah.
You asked that last time, and like
because you have a loss like that, and all you want to do is just get back on the wood.
oh, I want to be playing tonight.
Yeah.
I want to be playing tonight. I don't know. That's what's killing me.
When it's late in the series, you need it's hard to wait.
It is
the
hard.
Pressure doubles after every single game.
Luckily, I thought it was Friday, but it's Thursday, so I don't have to wait too long. It's actually perfect for the pod.
Go.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. All right, well, let's move on. Let's not make this the whole thing about last night and my sadness. Let's move on to something that happened before the game, and I'm sure everyone is aware of the fake Clay that's on the internet. I think his name is like B Dogs on Instagram or something, but Big Dogs TV. So he went in earlier before the game started, dressed up as Klay Thompson, and he looks like Klay Thompson. Just walked past 5 security guards, walked through the metal detector. He said he talked to some security guards. He said he never said that he was Klay Thompson. And he got in and got to do a shoot around for right before the game. So now he's banned for life and lost his 10K seats that he had for the game tonight. He said it's worth it. I think that's pretty much worth it too.
What'd he say? I got to be an NBA player for 10 minutes.
I think that's.
Do you remember the guy that he went to the Pelicans game and he just like walked onto the court?
He had the hoodie.
He dressed up in the warm-up suit and just started taking shots. It took him a couple minutes to be like, this guy is not on the team. They had to drag him out. If he's getting through security, though, I feel like you have a bigger problem.
Yeah, and that's not on him either. That should be on the Warriors security. Like, of course, he's doing something wrong. He's doing something that's probably, and I guess it's not against the law because they let him in. It's not like
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the issue that I'm having with it. Because at first I was like, all right, he walked onto the court. Like, what do you expect? It's not like it was the middle of the game and he was like streaking or anything. Like, he walked down.
Yeah.
Like,
he was just dressed as Klay Thompson.
Security guards. Nobody stopped him.
Yeah,
so, I don't know. I mean, all the power to him. But that sucks to be banned for life.
Yeah, I think his goal should be to try to go every like away game next year that the Warriors have. Just try to get banned everywhere. All 30 teams.
That would be an impressive feat.
That would be very impressive.
I feel like the last 5 or so, they just stopped.
They
him
know.
At the door.
They know.
He's coming.
Warriors play here.
Picture posted.
This is not Klay Thompson.
It
is not Klay Thompson.
And then eventually, when they go somewhere, Klay Thompson will try to get in.
Yes, and they'd be like, they'd hold him down. Sorry,
sir. And then all of a sudden, guy's back. They have to lift the ban because as soon as the actual Klay Thompson gets stopped,
I love this idea.
Can't stop him anymore. So
I think
it's a perfect plan.
I think
I think this guy will be just fine because it's very close. Like they look very similar.
They do. They do very like he's got a little chubbier face because
He needs to get in the gym.
Yeah, he needs to go to the gym a little bit. But if he slims down a little bit, he'd look exactly like Clay.
Mhm.
Which Clay's been annoying for me too. He only like
I
I
bet.
thought I was like, oh, like he's been out for so long. Like I'm never like how am I gonna hate Clay? Like nah, he's annoying. He's so annoying. All right, let's move on to another basketball story real quick, where the Lakers are back in the news for something stupid. Anthony Davis, everyone loves him. ADisney, all of our favorite bubble players. He hasn't shot a basketball since his last NBA game, which was on April 5th. Not good.
How do you think LeBron reacted to this?
Well, did you see LeBron's Instagram last night?
Mm-mm.
He put on his Instagram story. Let me show it up. King James. He it's away now. He was like out in his weight room and he's like maniac for the grind and like showing him working out and stuff. So like it's gotta be a clapback. Like, all right, like, hey Anthony Davis, like get to it. Get to it, bro. Like start playing some damn basketball. We're trying to get another title.
Do you think Anthony Davis cares at all?
He can't.
I feel like and also LeBron, I feel like is a guy where you can only take so much of. So
yeah,
what's
start ignoring him. It's
right,
only year
this would
three,
be year
4. No, 3. They won the title. Oh no, then 2 years. Has it been 2 years to the title? Yeah, then they got
the playoffs.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's
So
year 4.
this will be year 4. I feel like 3 years has got to be the limit. It was for Kyrie.
I
Kyrie
hope
was like, I am done with this guy.
my favorite is if Kyrie comes back if he comes back for Bron and goes to the Lakers. Could you imagine if AD's done with him and Kyrie's like still, he still wants to be the guy. He's not gonna be all for it. LeBron just gonna lose his mind. But I kind of
it's like the two kids that have just like, all right, we're done. Like
yeah. It's like
teenage boys. Like we're just not gonna listen anymore.
Sorry, mom.
Do
we're
what
not
we
hanging
want.
out. Yeah, we're not hanging out with you anymore, mom. So, I'd be pissed if I was LeBron. Absolutely.
I would be too.
I traded my whole team for you. We did win the title. Then you come back out of shape, bigger,
Mickey Mouse title.
injured. Yeah, bubble title. And then he comes back again, and he's not ready for the season last year. He's always injured, and now he's not shooting a basketball. It's like, come on.
What is his injury exactly? Like, I don't
know.
Remember.
It's always his knees. But then he came back and he was garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it's.
But at the same time, like you kind of knew what you were getting into, right? When you made the trade, like it's not like he was perfectly healthy on the Pelicans.
And you knew he was a beta.
Yeah.
Like you knew he was a beta that needed to be pushed around. He talk about unlikable players. ADisney is.
He is incredibly unlikable.
Yeah, he's not one of them.
And he's ugly.
He is.
Doesn't help.
Speaking of unlikable players, just because I don't want to stick with LeBron the whole time. Bleacher Report apparently is reporting trade rumors now. That was the first question I had was why is Bleacher Report your source for trade rumors? And there was an apparent Atlanta Hawks trade that I guess we'll talk about right now. Might as well. That it was Clint Capella, John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and the 16th pick for Rudy Gobert.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of that was my first
I think he's a great fit with
I think
Trae
he is
Young.
Too. Because you get his defense, if you get some other wing defenders, it'd be nice. And you would have a use for Clint Capella, and you wouldn't have a use for John Collins because he wants to be out anyways. So I guess I don't know. I just don't like the Huerter in there. I don't want to give up Huerter.
Huerter would be a great member of the Utah Jazz.
Oh yeah. And Danny Ainge would love him. Danny Ainge
would definitely love him.
It's the Huerter and the 16th pick. I think it's got to be one or the other. That'd be my only qualms with this trade. It's got to be one or the other. You can't have both in there. But that'd be kind of a spicy trade. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think that's a trade that, like, it's not that uneven.
No, it's not.
Even with both those guys in there, I feel like that could actually benefit both teams. I mean, the Hawks need something to
And you know
get them to become an actual
yeah,
contender.
and
I
you
think
know that's going to be
Gobert-
like a 3-1 type of trade like
Mhm.
this.
Yeah, and the Jazz need to get rid of Gobert because whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So I don't know. That's Capella and Collins. Like getting two big men to replace him would be huge.
Yeah, because then you get and Clint Capella, I mean, of course he's worse defensively than Gobert.
Mhm.
He's a little better offensively. And
He's not that significant of a downgrade.
no, that's what I was gonna say. Is that he's still a rim protector. He's just not as good. And like Rudy Gobert is, if you look at his defense, is phenomenal. But
Mhm.
it's not that much of a downgrade compared to another big tall center like Clint Capella.
The problem with Gobert is that he's so easy to neutralize.
Yeah, because he has no
once you
offensive
get into
game.
the playoffs. Yeah.
He has no offensive game, and all you have to do is send him out to the perimeter. And if you do that, he's useless.
He's like a waste of space.
Yeah.
So if they can figure out how to address that issue, then they're onto something. But I mean, he's still an incredibly valuable player. I'm not saying he's not.
Yeah. The only
And that's been an issue that the Jazz have not been able to figure out.
the only issue with him is his contract. Is like he's gonna make $45 million the next couple years. And I think it's the next 3 years he has him for $45 million. So that's why I think that's like you can, if you're the Hawks, you can be like, look, I'm gonna have to pay this guy max money. I'm not throwing in Herter. You know? So that's I think if they
But
lost
that could also
one
be
thing on
part
there,
of it, though. Like they have to get rid of some money on their books.
that's true. It's probably
I guess Collins and Capella are making a lot of money.
yeah, they're making Capella was at least making 20. And I don't know
I
about
mean,
Collins, 'cause
if
never
they
paid
get
him.
rid of those 3 contracts, though, then you can bring in maybe another max guy.
That's true. I want
Or
yeah.
at least
wonder how
another
it works
solid
out.
player.
Yeah, I wonder
I
how
haven't looked
the
at the free
contracts
agency
work
board
out.
yet either, but
It's not great. It's
I
pretty much,
I would like that for the Hawks.
I would like it too. I think it would work out pretty well, and I think it would make them an actual, not a force, but somewhere in that a threat. Not I think like that puts them, I think, better than like the Bulls. Like if the Bulls ran
yeah.
it back, which I don't think they will, but if they did,
Yeah.
So yeah, decent trade, but I don't know why Bleacher Report's repeating it or reporting it. All right.
I couldn't name one person that works at Bleacher Report.
Yeah, neither could I.
I don't know like who their reporters
No,
are.
I stopped like
Bleacher, I guess.
yeah. I stopped following them on everything too. They're annoying.
They are annoying. The BR
Gridiron.
Gridiron.
It's the worst account on the worst
worst.
account ever. All right.
It's the graphics that really
Eh,
are annoying because it'll be the most pointless things.
And then it would
And
say,
they have to stick it in a graphic with like the big letters and a picture. It's like,
Yeah.
all right,
it's like, is this actual news?
there's-
But
it never is.
actual Gridiron news is Washington,
It's gonna be fine.
Is Washington
gonna-
lowballing Scary Terry?
It's gonna be fine. There's no like I refuse to believe it. Like I know that Ron loves him, and if he weren't on the team, like they literally have no options. So it's gonna happen. I'm actually not worried about it
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
at this point.
I guess I wouldn't.
If it gets to training camp, then I'll be a little bit nervous.
I don't know. He's missing some things that are mandatory right now.
It's fine. Like I feel like that's normal now.
It is normal now.
Because I saw like one of the DC guys he tweeted. He was like, only 2 guys have missed mandatory minicamp since whatever year. Like it would be a big deal if Terry doesn't show up. I'm like, I don't think it would be. Why would he show up?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to show up either.
So pay him. You have to. Or else you're screwed. I think it's that simple.
No, he's been your best receiver in years, and he hasn't had a quarterback.
Yeah, now he has
literally hasn't
like,
had a quarterback.
former MVP quarterback. So
There you go. Keep telling yourself that.
I mean, he would have been if he didn't tear his ACL. And Super Bowl champion.
Biggest.
Probably would have won Super Bowl MVP that year also.
All right. Anyways,
I'm getting excited, by the way.
I know you
There's
are.
too
We talked
many,
about it.
like positive updates.
Besides
Because
that,
they're playing against each other. Like,
Yeah, I know. Training camp's always positive updates. There's always breakout players that are coming out, and there's always stuff like that.
The
Taekwon
off the field stuff though is just continuing.
Oh,
Awesome.
it's a snowball every year. It's a snowball. And so they find, if you haven't heard that, the Jack Del Rio stuff, and we won't get too far into the details. He just said some things that were controversial, and he was fined what, like $100,000?
$100,000.
That's a lot for a coach.
It's so much. Oh, and to like say something.
Yeah, that's true.
The way I looked at it is I was like comparing it to what a player gets fined for like a vicious head-to-head hit, and the Del Rio fine is like significantly worse.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was a bit much.
I thought it was a bit much too, but
apparently it was Ron that did it too. Like Ron laid down.
Why? I just don't get it. Like, I guess they didn't want to fire him.
There.
Yeah, I guess they didn't want to fire him.
He's a good coach.
That's true. But you just gotta slap $100,000.
I know, it's ridiculous. If I were him, I was like, and I got fined $100,000, I'd be like, no, I'm just gonna quit. Like I'll get hired somewhere else. I'm not gonna work at a place that's gonna fine me that much. But I think he's also a moron.
Like, yeah, I think he's a dumbass too.
It's like
yeah, and they need to remember, like, these people that say these comments in any professional sports in the world, they gotta remember who they work with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you're really gonna say that when half the players are African American? Like, seriously?
Oh, well, the whole defense.
Yeah,
except for like Cole Holcomb
and Troy Apke.
They're all black.
Troy
The White Lightning.
White Lightning.
Who will just never leave.
Yeah, White Lightning. He'll never get. He'll just stay there forever and just be a special teamer.
And he's not. He's a bad special teamer. He's not good. I don't know what his value is.
That's true.
But anyway, that's.
All right. So other than that, there's not a lot of NFL news. I heard that Tony Pollard's getting running back 1 reps. So
love that.
I do love that too. I want to see them actually bench Zeke. Just like, we're actually just making Tony Pollard running back. Because the past couple of years he's been better. It hasn't. That's not a ludicrous statement. He's been better.
No, like they could honestly cut Zeke.
I wonder what his cap would be. Yeah, they should though, because he's always. I mean, like nowadays it's just kind of he's irrelevant now.
Mm-hmm.
There's you never hear a conversation.
Yeah, honestly, and he fumbles a lot.
Yeah, he's like, no, you never hear any conversation that's ends or starts with Zeke's one of the best running backs in the league.
Literally since the year where he was suspended on and off.
Yeah.
Whereas like every week, that's all we talked about was what the deal is
with
Zeke.
If Zeke's gonna get suspended, which the Deshaun Watson is gonna be the new Zeke. He's gonna be like coming up to week 1 and he still won't be suspended, and they'll be like, oh, is he gonna play for the Browns this season? And,
yeah.
And we'll just be like,
it's ridiculous.
It's getting worse. It's getting worse somehow. I mean, he's such a scumbag. There's no way.
There's just more allegations.
There's no way that he's not guilty, bro. Zero. There's no way. And I'm all about, fair trial, get him out there. But like, how are you gonna have like 60 people come out and say this?
It's a lot. It's like
it's a lot of people to be lying. That's what I'm saying.
It's turning into like Cosby almost.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's such a good guy, but it's like, oh, there's also 70 women that have come forward. Been like, yeah, he's actually not. Like. And
then, I mean, have you? I sent you the video of him and Mia Khalifa, right?
Yeah.
Where she's over at his house, dressed up in a maid costume, dunking on him in a basketball. What the hell is going on, Deshaun? And how do you let any cameras get out there? Who's filming that? Is someone like on the couch like, man, that's hilarious. Like, nice Deshaun.
Yeah, I don't. He needs a better PR team.
He definitely needs a better PR team.
Well, first he just needs to like behave himself.
Yeah.
Be a scumbag. But
yeah.
Secondly, if you're gonna make those decisions, you need a better PR team.
Hey, it doesn't matter. He's got that $230 million guaranteed. So no matter what, he's gonna be fine with it. It's a damn shame. Damn shame.
Oh.
All right. Well, let's move on yet again. The NHL Finals, Stanley Cup Finals is here. And are the Lightning just going to win it again?
Colorado has looked like the best team ever in this playoffs.
Oh, really?
Like they've been annihilating teams. So I don't think so. There's no way. I don't think the last time a team is three-peat in
Just in
any
sports.
sport, really.
Yeah, I was just about to say in
a
sports.
long time. It's hard to do, especially
It's probably
in the
what, the
NHL.
Lakers?
Probably, yeah. So I don't know. I would put a lot of money on Colorado. Not going to, but if I were like a hockey bettor,
Yeah.
Let me see what the line is.
So the the Rangers, they had a terrible collapse, didn't they? That's what I saw. 2-2 and then 2-0 and then 4 straight games.
They won the first 2 at home. And
4 straight.
just kind of pissed down their leg.
Damn. Well,
I mean, Tampa's the better team.
you think? But you said Colorado.
Yeah.
But this playoffs,
No,
Colorado.
I meant against the Rangers.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Like that was not a series that I expected them to win. What's that? 4 series, 8, 11. They're gonna play their 12th playoff series, 7-game series in 3 years now. At some point,
at some point
tired,
you have to
right?
lose. Yeah, at some point you have to lose.
The problem is their goalie Vasilevsky is just so good.
Have these been
he's
like?
gonna keep them in every single game.
Have these
even
been like the
against an
same
offense like
teams?
Colorado. Hey, basically.
Okay, so like each year they're kind of running it back.
Very similar, yeah.
I guess it's pretty easy to run it back when you win the championship. You just be like, all right, running it back. All right. Well, that's all I got. I know nothing about hockey, so if you want to take it away, go ahead. But if not, we can move on. To
You
baseball.
put me on the spot.
Yeah, we can just move on to baseball.
I mean, that's my take. I think
Alright.
Colorado's really good.
Sweet.
I
All
think
right.
they're gonna win.
If you're betting man on
All I
hockey,
got.
bet on the Avalanche.
That's a lock.
All right. How the Phillies doing?
Amazing. Since they fired the manager, they won the
They're
first.
30.
Game.
They're above 500. They're 31-30.
They are above 500, yes. And they beat the Marlins last night.
Oh, they've been 9-1 in the last 10.
And yes. So since Girardi's out, they've looked like a real ball club. Hitting all the guys that were slumping are now hitting. Schwarber and Hoskins at the top of the order have been both on hot streaks. Harper's gonna win the MVP again. If you look at his numbers, if the season ended today, he probably is the MVP. The only problem, and he's playing through a UCL tear, so he's not playing the field.
Where's
he's
the UCL at?
DHing. It's like your elbow.
Okay.
So he can't throw. Only hit.
Got it.
But it's been working out for him because he's the best hitter in the game right now.
Nice.
No biases at all.
Yeah. I didn't think so.
Have prime Aaron Nola back. Zach Wheeler, I think, was pitcher of the month in May. So everything's starting to come together. The bullpen's still not good, but they've been living through it, I guess, just enough to keep them in games. And their schedule is finally eased up. Like they had a brutal May. Now they have to take advantage of an actual easy schedule this month.
Yeah, you got the Marlins. So
it's been an issue for them, especially against the Marlins. The Marlins always beat them.
what about the Capitals are next up, or Nationals are next up? Any worries on them? Or are they still trash?
Oh, they're garbage. But, divisional games, you don't know. But they should they play them 5 times, so they should take 4 or 5.
That's good. Well, I'm glad. I've been seeing the tweets.
Doubleheader Friday, actually. I'll be in the building.
Oh, you're going?
Yeah.
I've been trying to get people to go to a Orioles game that day because there's a Flo Rida concert afterwards.
Really?
Yeah.
In Baltimore?
Yeah, in Baltimore. But
interesting.
No one. They're playing the Marlins too, which is kind of funny.
Oh, okay. So they got the Florida team.
Yeah, but
Flo Rida.
I don't know. No one wants to come with me. It's only $19. No one wants to come with me. Open invite anyone listening if they want to go to the Orioles game.
By the way, I already bought the tickets. And
Yeah, you got to Venmo me right now.
nobody has agreed. So
No,
I'm going either way.
luckily I did not buy it. I might have to go alone. Just go alone. Get a hot dog. All right. Anyways, I'm glad the Phillies are doing good. Your Twitter's been a little more positive lately. It's been seeing.
Oh, I forgot
tweets.
to tweet out the Fightins guy. Well,
Yeah.
I guess they lost. I was gonna do it for every win during the win streak, but
They lost the win.
it's a great video.
What? Yeah, I haven't seen the video. What is the?
I'll send it. It's this guy that they interview. I think it's the year they won the World Series. I don't know, but he gets all like fired up about the Fightins.
Nice. All right. Any other big updates, or is it all a little same old in the MLB?
Well, while the Phillies have been on their streak, the Braves have also won like 12 in a row, which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that
Because they're
sucks. Because you can't get
taking away the glory a little bit, and they're in the same division.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit frustrating.
Here.
The Angels. Did we talk about the Angels last time losing?
Yes.
Like I think it was
Yes,
12
and
in a row.
And they fired their guy, their manager.
Did you see the story about the Mohawk though?
Yes, I heard it on Pardon My Take.
Probably the best story to come out of baseball this year. Their manager, Joe Madden, who's like 70 years old, in the midst of this 12-game losing streak, it's a Mohawk to try to like change things up, I guess, and rally the guys together. But before he can show the Mohawk to the team, he gets called into the general manager's office and they give him the boot.
He gets.
And now he's
canned
just
with
an
the
old
Mohawk.
guy with a Mohawk.
I want to see if there's a picture at it.
He had to sit there in the meeting while he's getting fired with the Mohawk. That's the best image to me.
I want to see.
He comes in like with the
Oh,
Mohawk.
and he's got gray hair too. Yeah, this is no
I
like
can't
rock
even
and
picture
roll.
what it would look like.
There's no images of it. Oh wait,
No.
no. I mean that looks like him with a mohawk, but doesn't look like the mohawk. I want to see the mohawk, but no, I can't find one right now.
Yeah, but that's a great story.
Absolutely. Great.
Did you see that they also? I think it was after they had lost 9 in a row. They all made their walk-up songs Nickelback songs.
No, I did not see that.
That's just like stuff about baseball that guys will do just to try to make it fun. This is the same team where Ohtani was giving CPR to his bat like 6
Way
games
too
into
early.
the season.
Way too early.
Yeah, see? This
Way
would have
too
been the
early.
time.
Yeah, report. Joe Madden got Mohawk to awaken Angels. Was fired before players got to see. That's hilarious.
Yep. So that's a tough look. I feel bad for him, honestly.
Yeah, it really is a
It's
tough
like a
look.
fun gesture, and
I know, you
He's
do it
got
for your
the
guys. You
boot.
come in, like, he was ready to go, too. I bet he was like all warmed up. He's like, oh, I can't wait for the guys to see this.
Yeah.
And then, nope, you're getting the can.
So yeah, sorry, Joe Madden. Losing 12 straight is bad. That should never happen in any sport,
Yeah, 12 straight's pretty awful.
especially a good team like that.
That's
Because this was finally the year too where we were like, oh, the Angels, like they have Trout and Ohtani.
Yeah, they were like, maybe
doing,
they'll
like,
actually make the
should be
playoffs.
good, and then they had a great start to the season, and then
Awful.
they're not even in the wild card.
Just like always. Is Mount Trout still never made the playoffs?
He made it once. They got swept.
Baffles my mind. Baffles my mind. They should just change the name of the award. Because clearly he's not the most valuable. Clearly he is not the most valuable. He's just the best player. Just make it the best player award.
Well, Bryce is the best. So.
Sorry. Make 2 more awards. All right. That was our baseball update. Any other things, or just that? I think
You said it, I think, a week ago that we don't have to play the Mets for like 2 months.
You're just still excited about that?
Nice.
Still excited about not having.
Well, I was looking at the standings and I was like, oh, by the time we play them again, they'll be in 3rd place. So it'll be perfect.
By the time we play him again, it'll be for the division anyway. So.
But it is shaping up to be the exact same season that they've had the last 2 years.
The Phillies.
Actually, 3 years. Yeah. It's the same thing every year where they're like go on a run, they hover around 500, and then they have a big series against the Braves and they get swept. So I haven't checked the September schedule because that would be getting ahead of myself.
September. Come
But
on
just
now.
for-
You cannot be
just
looking
for
at the
content.
September schedule.
Let's take a look. They
play
get the Braves.
early August. They get 2 games.
They get the Braves
Oh,
twice
end of
in
July.
1 week at the end of September. So they'll go 1-5 in those games if they're lucky. So
Already
it's the
looking
same.
forward.
It's the same thing every year, but I am excited right now,
Good. I'm glad.
and I finally get to go to a game. I haven't
Yeah.
been yet this year.
Nice.
Longest it's been in a season. While that I have usually I go like early in the season.
That's
So,
true.
I'm itching.
I'm glad you get to go out to the ballpark. You're gonna get some peanuts and Cracker Jacks too.
Perhaps.
Yeah, might have to. You gotta get a dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're there. All right. Now it's time for our top 5 of the week. And Chris, take it. This was your idea from the other pod. You might have seen us live. Think of this.
I forget what we were talking about that came it up, but we're classy today.
Yeah, we're a
Talk
little
about
classy.
our
We should have
top 5.
worn something nice. Should have worn a little classy outfit. But
We should have won.
we are doing the top 5 classy things. And Chris, go ahead.
My number 1 is bow ties.
Nice.
Bow ties are classy no matter the occasion.
Bow ties are
Whether
classy.
it's
no
like
matter the occasion.
Homecoming, or you're wearing a tux, or you're a waiter at a fancy restaurant. Always classy.
It knows that you switch the effort. It's like, hey,
Mhm.
I'm not just gonna wear a normal tie. I'm gonna wear a
Mhm.
bow tie.
Yeah.
That's it's like, put yourself out there, you know. Get yourself.
It's like
nice
you're
and
bringing
classed up.
attention to yourself, but not in an obnoxious manner.
No, in a nice. It's
It's
so.
like, oh, look at that
yeah.
guy. That guy
he's wearing a
knows
bow
how to
tie.
pull off a bow tie.
Yeah,
Awfully classy of him.
that is awfully classy. And you know what goes best with a bow tie is being in a suit. My number 1.
Hmm
Just being in a suit, you just
Yep.
feel more classy. You just feel like you can take on the world whenever you're in a suit. At least that's how I.
Especially the most classy I feel is when I like adjust my sleeves like that.
Yeah. You adjust the sleeves a little bit.
Gotta- yep.
Yeah. You get the collar fixed
Adjust
in the
the
mirror.
jacket,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is the best part. It's like because you know if you're wearing a suit, you're going somewhere nice. You're going and it's normally a classy event, classy attire. So it makes you just feel all that more classy.
All right, my number 2 is shaking hands after you lose.
That's classy.
No other way to prove that you're classy by suffering a brutal defeat, then having the state of mind to be like, you know what, good game.
Yeah.
Appreciate the competition.
Yeah.
Why we play.
Anytime you lose anything, you lose a bet, an argument, anything, you just
An argument.
maybe not an argument. I don't think
You know
anyone's
what?
ever done.
You got me.
You got me.
Put her there.
But all right, yeah, all right, maybe not an argument. But if you lose pretty much anything, it's always nice to, you know, if it's an official, I guess, argument, it's not like loser comes up like over your head or something. Yeah, that's a classy thing. Number 2, holding doors for people. Always a classy thing.
That's a good move.
Opening the car door for people makes you feel like a man, makes you feel a little classy.
Mhm.
And you know, you always get a nice thank you when you leave. It's like, you're welcome.
Mhm.
It's a class
Yeah,
act.
takes no effort.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like most of these things, not hard to do.
Oh yeah. Yeah, not hard to do at all. All right.
My number 3, jazz music.
Nice.
I feel like any
Yeah.
classy event you're at
Uh-huh.
should be playing some soft jazz in the background,
Okay, or
like Miss Chen's classroom.
yeah. That's true. It gets the brain flowing, you know? It gets the brain flowing.
Mhm.
That or Bruno Mars, which is number 3. Bruno
Okay.
Mars is great.
Like that.
I feel like any of his songs are just like, yeah, dude. Like he just has a classy voice.
Mhm.
You're like, like this is Bruno Mars, classy dude.
Yeah.
He's always in the nice clothes, always in the nice, always singing about nice things. You know, Classy
Yeah,
fella.
no, he's not. He's not like inappropriate at all.
Yeah, he's never had any
Really
controversy.
curse.
You never
No,
seen anything bad about Bruno Mars. Classy
and
dude.
everyone likes him.
Yeah, who doesn't like Bruno Mars?
Yeah, that is true. All right, my number 4, moments of silence.
Yeah, classy.
That's a big one. Anytime, somebody passes away, or I don't know, there's an injury or whatever, hold a moment of silence. Everybody's silent.
I
Recognize that person.
I think people should take a knee more. Like like when people get injured. My God, take a knee. Take a knee.
Yeah.
Like everyone on the field, just take a knee.
That was all they taught us that when we were kids.
Right? Take a knee.
Somebody gets hurt, take a knee.
So like why don't they do it anymore? I don't know.
I don't
People
know.
don't like
we're
taking knees
losing-
anymore.
We're not
We're losing
classy
class
anymore.
out here. We're losing class.
Hmm.
But no, yeah, showing your respect. Moment of
Well.
silence. Classy move. All right, number 4. I have sports cars.
Hmm.
Sports cars are classy.
Can be, but sometimes are not.
Yes.
It's all
yes.
about who's behind the wheel.
Yes.
So you can be obnoxious and not classy.
That's true. That's true. You gotta treat the sports car right. It's gotta be, and it can't be like a beaten down sports car. It's gotta be nice, washed,
Mhm.
nice and spick and span. Go not revving your engine all the time. Just do it
That's
as it's
what
supposed to be.
that's what crosses the line.
Yeah, that's
When you
what
rev
makes it
the
not
engine, you're not classy
classy. No,
anymore.
unless you're just about a race. Unless you're Vin Diesel, just about a race, you can rev the engine. But other than that, it's not classy.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. My final one, which is kind of broad, but taking the high road.
Nice.
An awfully classy thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Trying to think
No.
of an example, but maybe somebody posts something about you online, just ignore it.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah,
high
taking the
road.
high road. Don't. Yeah, you don't have to. Lawyer,
Don't worry about it.
especially on Twitter. Someone's like chirping you. Someone's saying mean things about your podcast. Just don't say anything. Be the high road.
Yeah.
Yeah. might have happened recently, but
Did you take the high road?
I did. I did take the high road. Didn't respond. Didn't clap back. Didn't need to, because I'm a classy fella, and I know.
Right.
I know what it led to. Just would have been a streaming match, so it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth my time.
Rematch, not classy.
What'd you say?
Rematches, not classy.
Oh yeah, no, screaming match is not
Not
classy
at all.
No, that's the last thing that's classy.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of want to see what I want to put here. I'm just gonna do it. James Bond. James Bond's
Yeah.
classy guy.
Well.
He's and he's got kind of the combination of everything on my list. He's got the car, the suit. He holds doors for people. And he just does everything with class. He does things how they're supposed to be done.
It's true. No games.
No games. Yeah, 'cause games are not classy. No way.
Games are not classy.
No.
Chess, maybe.
Chess is a classy game, but games are not classy.
Maybe Mancala. Be classy.
That's true. Maybe some card games are classy.
Card games can be classy.
Yeah. Casinos, classy.
Mm-hmm.
James Bond does all those things. I just gotta say.
That's true. Yep.
Just gotta say.
Just watch a James Bond movie and you'll understand
Literally,
what's up.
I mean,
You'll get on our level.
martini shaken not stirred, like classy. Classy. He puts an olive in there, like it's all class.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Honorable mentions.
Frank Sinatra.
Classy.
There has to be more music on there. He's
Yeah.
definitely one. Leaving a generous tip.
No, very classy.
An awfully classy
Yeah.
move. And then a restaurant that has water that's in like a vase.
Whoa, like
You
a
know what I'm talking
pitcher?
about? Yeah, but it's like it looks like it should hold
The-
flowers, but there's
got
water in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And they had it has like the elongated bottle, and you pour it in.
Yes.
Yes, got it. I understand what you're doing. That's classy. It's classy. My turn. My honorable mentions. All right. Slicked back hair. Classy. As long as it's not greasy. It can be slicked back and not greasy. There's a difference.
There's a big difference.
There's a difference. Cigar.
It also depends on what you wear.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't
slick
just.
back hair can look good with what you wear. You can
Mhm.
also wear the wrong thing and then you look gross.
Yes, I agree. Cigars.
Yep.
Classy. And LeBron James. Classy fella. Look, he's got. I think that might have been what started it. That's why I had to throw him on there.
Possibly was.
We were probably talking some about LeBron. And LeBron's a classy fella, you know. He's got a school.
Pretty classy.
He's got a foundation. He's now got movie productions. He's a classy fella.
Michael Jordan's pretty classy.
Yeah, he's classy. He's classy.
Very classy. You know who else is? Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, he's a
Everything
classy
he
guy.
does.
Yeah. And those are the type of people that, you know, never have any controversy in the news. They never see anything bad about him. I guess Michael Jordan, there might be some, but still a classy fella.
Gambling.
Yeah, gambling. Yeah, come on. That's all casinos and classy stuff anyway. Yeah. Drinking, like, come on. It's all classy. Yeah. But anyways. All right.
But he drinks whiskey.
Say again?
Which is classy.
Yeah.
He always had,
whiskey, yes,
like, at least in
right.
The Last Dance, he has the
he always has
Scotch.
Scotch is classy. Scotch
That's a
is
big
classy.
one we missed.
Anything on the rocks is classy. Anything on the rocks is classy. If you're drinking
Dirty
straight liquor,
Shirley.
yeah,
Classy.
yeah, straight liquor out of the rocks, now that's classy.
Yes.
All right.
Especially if you're in a tux with a cigar.
And you're also James Bond.
And you roll up in a sports car.
Yeah. It's
And shake everybody's hand when you walk.
and hold the door for everyone. And blare Bruno Mars down the street. All right. That's it. I mean, we just made the perfect classy person. So take some notes.
Everybody.
Yeah, take notes and see everyone for classy inspection. Send us your DMs of how classy you are. All right, I think that does it, right?
Yep, that's all.
All right, no college corners for us now. It's a shame. It's sad. I guess I have something.
I mean, it's just like recruiting stuff right now.
I just saw. Well, have your basketball team started playing yet? Day one, not playing. I mean, practicing.
We started practicing a while ago, I thought.
Oh, well, I had day one.
I think Willard showed up. I think Willard got off the bus and was like, "We're practicing tomorrow."
Well, that's a better mindset than my coach has. They just started yesterday. But I was looking at the team, talking to my buddy who went to my roommate last year, Riley, who went to all the games with me. We're not looking too good. We're gonna be pretty bottom of the SEC, I believe, unless one of these guys just like shows up for a whole season. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's gonna happen.
I think in 2 years we'll be a top 15 team.
I think I like the coaching hire still. I think Lamont Paris will be good. I just don't think. I mean, it's year zero.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that does it.
I am not going to accept the year zero this year. I'm going to say that right now. My expectations are already high.
Did a lot of people transfer out?
No. They lost Wahab, who was garbage, and another guy that didn't play. Both.
He never can. I know. But he lost.
They picked up 2 transfers. Yeah, they lost the Couisnard sweepstakes. Bummer. They brought in like 4 transfers, I think, at least. Some of them are going to be impact guys. Some of them probably won't be, but he's recruiting well already.
So 20 this year. That's what I'm hearing.
Hopefully. I will
like
be
the
disappointed
confidence.
if they don't make the tournament. Yeah.
I like the confidence. I will not be disappointed. I don't think
2 years, top 15.
Noted. Put in the books.
Yep.
All right. Well,